Hi everybody, welcome to another Talk to Georgian live chat. My name is Jenny Thompson. I am the social media specialist here at Georgian College. And today we're going to be talking all about orientation and the fall semester and everything you're going to need to know for that. Thanks to everyone for joining us today. So the fall 2020 semester is going to start officially next week. So we're super excited about that. So if you are a first year student who's joining us today, your orientation is going to be on Monday, September 14, and your first day of classes will be on Tuesday, September 15. And if you're a current student, you are going to be starting your classes on Monday, September 14. So we're going to bring in a couple guests in just a minute. We're going to have Aisha O'Connor, who's a first year experience and transition officer at Georgian. And then we are going to have Chris Varney, who's manager of safety and emergency planning at Georgian. So we know you've got lots of questions, so please put them down below and we'll do our best to get through as many as we can today. Orientation is going to be all online this year. So what can you expect from that? What's going to be happening? Who's going to be allowed on campus this fall, or what safety measures do we have in place, or what food services will be available? We're going to cover all that good stuff. So stay tuned for all of that. And again, as I mentioned, just put your questions down below if you have any as we go along, and we will do our best to get through them today. So normally we do have somebody from our International Center in the comments helping answer some of those questions we can't get to today. Unfortunately, they are not available today. So if you are an international student and you have some questions about quarantining or otherwise, we're just going to put up a couple contacts for you. Okay, let's flip this around. So if you have any quarantine questions, that's the email there to address INTL student activity at GeorgianCollege.ca. And if you have any other general international questions, student experience, visas, insurance, housing, like any kind of other issues, academic or otherwise, please feel free to reach out to international@GeorgianCollege.ca. Awesome. And we're seeing some questions coming in about getting a one card, all that good stuff. So feel free to reach out to these emails if you'd like. There's also more information about things like that on our website. Georgian College One Card is on Instagram as well. So you can always head over to their account to get more information. As well, International Center, we know those emails are really long, but they'll get you to the right people. So for sure, check that out. That's pretty funny. So IC Georgian at IC Georgian is the International Center on Instagram as well. So give them a follow, especially for international students. Like they run they have lots of great stuff on there, information updates. Even if you're not an international student, it's a great account to follow. So, but especially if you are an international student, that's a really great account to follow for those updates, to connect with our team here and with other international students. And they run live chats 3 times a week. So that's a really great resource to check out. And just before we bring in Aisha, who's going to chat with us all about orientation and what you need to know, I just want to do a quick shout out to our website. So it's a really fantastic resource, GeorgianCollege.ca. If you want to learn more about anything we talk about today, or if you have questions about other topics, this is a fantastic resource to check out to get that information. So I'll just give you a quick little tour. So this is our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. And mainly I just want to direct you to this bright orange tab across the top. You can't miss it. There's a few really important links in here that will give you tons of information. The first one is all about fall 2020 program delivery. So if you click on that, it will take you to this page here. Over here is where it breaks down everything, that you can find links to on this page. What I really want to show you is our program search tool. So if you scroll down, you will find our search tool here. And over here in this bar, you can just type in your program, and up it will pop down below and show you, is it remote or online? Is it in person? And it will even break it down by year and semester, so you can know exactly where you need to be. So it's a really handy tool to have on hand. And then we also have what to expect on campus. So that's going to be really useful whether you're a new student or a current student. So if you click on that, it will take you to this page here. There's sort of a section here where it breaks it all down. So there's more information here, and this breaks down on the page everything from, who's allowed, face coverings and safety protocols, food services, parking, entrances. There are designated entrances to go into buildings, so you'll want to take a look at that. Lots of really great, useful tools on here. Also, if you scroll down, there's additional information. So if you are planning on being on campus next week, you must complete this online training module. So this will actually tell you more about it. So you can actually go into Blackboard, and you can find it on there. Or if you need more information, there's more how-to on this page. As well, there is our information on our Safe at Georgian app. So there is a COVID-19 screening assessment. It's really fast. It just takes, it's like less than a minute long to do. And it'll actually, you don't need to wait in a line to enter a campus. So you could just fill that out before you want to go into a building and just show that at our staff member, and you'll get on to campus quicker. So we definitely recommend getting that app. You can get it anywhere you can get apps normally. And there's also a video here from Chris Varney, who's actually going to be joining us today. Hey, Chris. And he talks all about what to expect when you're actually on campus this fall. Awesome. And then just the last page that I wanted to mention up in this orange tab is the COVID-19 update page. So if you click on there, that's where you're going to find all our current and ongoing updates and information all about COVID-19 and Georgian. So right up at the top, there's key fall semester dates. So if you're wondering about any of that, it's right there up at the top. As well, in this section here, it's all broken down by semester, student services, fees, registrar's office, all that good stuff to help you make it easy to find the information you need. As well, there is a tab for international students. So if you are an international student, if you click on there, that'll take you to this separate page here, and that breaks it down even more for you. So if you're arriving this fall, there's tons of information here all about what exactly you need and what you need to do. And it's broken down further about, things like fees, immigration, housing, and a lot more. So that'll make it really easy to get you started this fall. Awesome. So I know that's tons and tons of information. So, feel free to reach out anytime. If you do have questions, you can direct message us on social media, or review this video again afterward. We're going to be posting it across Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Awesome. So now, after you've heard me talk for so long, we are going to be bringing in Aisha O'Connor, Experience and Transition Officer, just to talk all about orientation. Awesome. So I'm going to bring her in here. Hello.
Oh.
I feel like I just gave a mini speech. So thank you. Thank you for waiting, for joining me today.
That's okay. Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you do at Georgian?
Sure. So my name is Aisha O'Connor, and I am the first year experience and transition officer at the Barrie campus. And a lot of students don't know what that means, and that's totally okay. So I am a member of the orientation team here at Georgian, as well as I oversee our peer mentoring program. So that's in essence what I do.
Okay, great. So let's jump right in. We've got the new fall semester starting next week. And we've got some personal shout outs there to you in the comments. Hey, Aisha.
I feel like that might be
what
Hello.
Oh, I think it sort of skipped there. What was that?
Oh no, I just think that was one of our peer mentors that might be reaching out. I recognize the username.
Oh, okay, perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, and I do want to talk about our peer mentor program as well. So let's kick off with some orientation stuff. So it's all going to be online this year, and it's going to be on Monday, September 14. Can you tell us what can students expect from orientation?
Yeah, for sure. So Jenny had mentioned it earlier. So everything is going to be virtual, obviously, with what's going on in the world. But we're doing our best to make sure that it's still fun and engaging for all new students. So what you can expect is it will be virtual. We will be using WebEx as the platform. So our orientation email is actually going out to all new students tomorrow. So I highly encourage you to stay tuned to your student email, and that will have the full schedule with all of those links sitting right there in your inbox. And it tells you all of the times and all of that good stuff. So, and there is a section in that portion as well on how to download WebEx. So you can use it in your web browser, but we encourage students to download the free app onto your desktop or your mobile, whichever device you're using, because it just allows for easier access into our programming. As well as most what online classes like. Many faculty and staff are using WebEx as a platform. It'd be good to go ahead and download that, whatever I'm using for this semester. But everything will be virtual. We're going to start off with at 9 a.m. Sorry if I'm cutting out, at 9 a.m. And we will start off with a welcoming keynote. So this will be an opportunity to meet some GCSA members. They'll be our MC. You'll meet Mary Lynn Westmoynes, who is our president and CEO of Georgian College. We will also be bringing in a keynote speaker named Peter Katz, who is really excited to talk to all new students and get excited to start their journey here. So after that, we'll transition to our program breakout sessions. And in the program breakout sessions, this is really your academic orientation. So this is an opportunity for you to meet your program coordinators, to meet some faculty and staff that are all involved in the academic side of your journey here at Georgian. So that is a really important session for you to tune into. So I would highly, highly encourage students to pay attention to when it is. That is from 10 to 11:30 a.m. And that is where you'll find all of what is expected of you as a student, how your program will run virtually, and you will get all of that great information that I know we're getting a lot of questions about in our pre-orientation. Yes, thank you, Jenny. So here's another way that you can find our orientation day schedule. So hopefully many of you are familiar now with our online orientation page on our student portal. This is a really great resource for you to use, and it has our full schedule there with all of the links embedded into that site as well. So if you want to see what that day looks like, you can pop on there to follow along as well. So Jenny's scrolling through right now. And after those program breakout sessions, there'll be a bit of a break because we want to give students an opportunity to take a break on the eyes. But we do actually have a virtual photo booth happening during this break too. So that is all going to be promoted on that page where you can go on and you can snap some pictures of you. And we have some fun little stickers and backgrounds you can play around with. So I encourage you to check that out during the lunch hour break. And then we'll resume programming at 1 p.m. So at 1 p.m., that's when we're going to do our campus-specific welcome. And if that's a bit confusing, that's totally okay. In case you didn't know, Georgian has 7 campuses. So this is our opportunity for all 7 campuses to welcome their specific students. So you'll be able to meet people and faces and all specific to your campus, and they'll go through some of those student engagement opportunities. What are those services look like on each campus, because it differs a little bit just based on location and resources. So that will be 1 to 1:30. And then in the afternoon, we have several drop-in sessions running. So this is just an opportunity for students to pop in and out of different sessions to get some questions answered if they haven't got them yet. So we will have a drop-in with our student success advisors, counseling, accessibility, and our change-making team. So I encourage you to pop in and out of those, as they would love to meet you and help you get situated as well. And then we're going to wrap up at 3 p.m. With our GC at 3. And so for those of you who aren't familiar with this, that's totally okay. This is a mindfulness practice that happens every single day at Georgian, and you can join in as a staff, a student, whatever. And it's just a 10-minute mindfulness session that's facilitated by one of our staff members at Georgian. And it's a really great way to end the day and to wind down. So we encourage you to pop onto that call. That's where you'll see lots of Georgian staff and faculty and students on there practicing a mindfulness session. So that's how we'll end the day.
Perfect. And then just so this is on the student portal, as you mentioned. Yep. Just if anyone's wondering how I got there, you can actually go through our website, GeorgianCollege.ca, and over at the top here, you just hit log in.
and then student portal right there. And when you click in there, it'll open up to a page like this, and that's your home page. And you can't miss it, this giant orientation tab right here. That's what you.
And right underneath it says download the orientation PDF. And so that is just a full schedule of all of our pre-orientation activities as well as orientation day 2. So if you download that PDF, that is something that also has the live links right in it. So we've really tried to make it nice and simple for you to just click in and pop into our sessions.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, great. And then so, yeah, I think we've gone over the schedule. That's fantastic. And I want to just touch base because we had a question earlier from a Purple Auto Monkey, which is an amazing name, asking about how to communicate with teachers, like what programs you might need. I think you mentioned in there, just sort of cut out a little bit,
Sure.
that a lot of people are using WebEx. So would you just recommend like they just check Blackboard and that sort of thing for
Exactly.
their for messages?
Yeah, anything pre-stuff, it would be all Blackboard. So if it's not up there yet, your faculty are working on it. I know they're getting everything ready to go for Monday. So I would really check out all of your Blackboard shells because that is where your professors will be communicating with you on an individual basis and as a class. So once you sign into Blackboard, you should have all of your classes, and that is where your faculty will be posting either messages or announcements and letting you know how that first day of class will look like. And then on orientation day, like I said, in your program breakout session, there will also be a review of all of this stuff as well to ensure you know where to find your information, how to communicate. But the communication with your faculty might differ depending on what your preference is with each faculty member. So some might prefer email, some might prefer over Blackboard, but all of that will be shared with you, and all of these expectations will be shared with you on orientation day and when you get to meet all of your great faculty.
Yeah, perfect. And somebody was asking, sorry, I missed the name. To scroll back. I love all these comments coming in. But someone was asking, but what happens if they miss orientation?
Great question. So we are going to be recording the sessions and posting them on our online orientation page. So very similar to how we did with Head Start, all of our pre-orientation programming. If you go on to that site that Jenny just showed, our online orientation page, there is a part for all of the recordings. So that is there, and that will be available. What I will say is with all of the academic programs happening, those recordings won't be able to be posted on this site because it's way too many. I think it's like over 100 programs. But your program coordinators will also be recording that and posting on Blackboard. So you will have access to that. It just won't be sitting on our site. It will probably most likely be posted in your Blackboard shell for all of your academic needs.
Okay, perfect. And we mentioned the peer mentor program as well a bit earlier. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how it can help students?
Sure, yeah. So our peer mentor program is a wonderful resource. So if you haven't looked into it, I highly encourage you to do so. Our peer mentors are upper year students who are trained and just ready to be a wonderful mentor and guide and resource for you. So how it works is our peer mentors are matched with a group of new students, and they actually started meeting with students about 2 weeks ago. This doesn't mean you cannot continue to apply. We will match you even though applications come in. But this is really where you get that social connection. So I know in our pre-orientation programming, there's a lot of questions about how do I meet other people? How do I stay connected? And this is a really great resource to do that because there's a group of new students that's assigned to one of our wonderful peer mentors, and they meet on a weekly basis. So our peer mentors hold group sessions each week to give you updates, to check in, to see how you're doing, and to really help make sure that you know how to navigate the college and have access to resources and know what resources are available for you. So Jenny is showing our page on the Georgian College website. So if you just go Georgian College /orientation, or if you just put /peer mentoring, it'll bring you right to our page. And there is a button there that says apply for a peer mentor. That is where you will fill it out. We sometimes get questions about how do you become a peer mentor? And you can definitely think about becoming a peer mentor, but you just need to be a semester or higher, just because we want to make sure that you've successfully transitioned through your first semester at Georgian and can help new students go through that same experience. So that is all of that. Yes, and I see one of our mentors pinning it, which I'm pretty sure this is Laura Lee, who's in the chat and who is one of our wonderful peer mentors. So I highly encourage you to do it. Our mentors are wonderful, and they have lots of different experience and can really just help you navigate through it. So I like to share with students, our peer mentors are that social emotional support. Sometimes students want to be matched with a mentor who's in their program, and we just do not have that many mentors available. So we don't guarantee matching based on program. So they're not academic tutors by any means, but we do have a tutoring service if you are interested in that. But our peer mentors are really looking to build that community here at Georgian.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I think we'll leave it there for now for today, Aisha. Thank you so much for making time for us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Bye, everyone. I hope to see you at orientation day.
Yeah, see you next week. So exciting. Okay, bye.
Bye.
There we go. Great. Thank you so much, Aisha, for joining us. And I see a question coming in just wondering about, is this orientation? This right now is not orientation, but we are your guide maybe to orientation. Check out our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. And I'll just show you actually the first year experience page where you can find all this information. So GeorgianCollege.ca, at the top bar, if you go to student life, and then go over under first year experience, if you click on orientation, and that'll take you straight to orientation information. So it's on the first year experience page. So you can learn about the peer mentor program on there, orientation day, Head Start, which is sort of like it's non-mandatory, like pre-orientation info, all that kind of stuff. Awesome. So so if you're just joining us as well, we're chatting all about orientation and the fall semester. So if you've missed any questions, we just covered a lot about orientation, peer mentor program. We are going to be posting this live chat to our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube accounts. So you can check it all out there. And we know we are focused on this one topic. I'm seeing lots of questions coming in about, even looking into the winter semester, wondering, what's going to be happening for further updates. We do want to support you with this, and we're going to give you as much information as we can, as soon as we can. Again, please visit our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. There is our COVID-19 updates page on there with lots of updated information for domestic and international students. A lot of our commonly asked questions are answered on there. As well, there's all the information we're talking about today is available on our website, as well as the student portal under the orientation, the giant orientation button. You can't miss it. Great. So now we're going to jump back into some questions. We're going to bring in Chris Varney. Just a moment. Okay, sorry, there we go. Okay, so Chris Varney is our Manager of Safety and Emergency Planning at Georgian College. Hey, Chris.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. You can hear me, I assume?
Yes.
All right. I forgot to shave because I'm normally wearing a mask, so I forget sometimes.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't have that problem.
No, I guess not.
You can put on the mask if that makes you feel better, but
I'll pass for now.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you do at Georgian?
Sure. I'm the Manager of Safety and Emergency Planning here at Georgian College, and so I'm part of Campus Safety Services. And what Campus Safety Services does is we're basically responsible for the safety of everyone at the college and on all the campuses. So I guess in a nutshell, what we do is try to identify hazards and risk at the college and remove those hazards and reduce risk. So obviously right now, probably our biggest hazard, or at least what people are talking most about, is of course COVID-19.
Mm-hmm. So because of COVID-19, we've had some changes at campus. So things are going to look a little bit different than they normally would. Mm-hmm. So let's break down that process. So somebody, whether current or new student, shows up at campus if they have a class. What is that experience going to be like to even enter a building?
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is find a designated entrance where we do have screening. And I think we're going to talk about that, or there is online maps showing which entrances are actually open at all of the different campuses. Now, for every building where we do have lab activities or on-site activities, there will be an entrance. And if you go to the wrong one and you haven't checked ahead of time, there will be maps on each door. So it'll tell you if you go to the wrong door where you need to go. Now, once you do get to one of these designated entrances, what you're going to have to do is show proof that you've completed the screening using our Safe at Georgian app. So the Safe at Georgian app, if you haven't already downloaded it, please do so. It's really easy. And then there's a tool on it, a little button that says screening. Basically, you're quickly answering a few basic screening questions, and then it's going to give you a nice big green check mark or a red X. And you just hold that up as you enter the building to show that you've passed the screening, and that will get you inside the building. Of course, if you get that red X, which we hope you don't, of course, but there will be instructions on what you can do next. And honestly, to save some time, if you are sick, don't come to the campus, obviously. Contact your instructors and let them know, and they can help you out from there. But obviously, we don't want people who are sick to be coming to the campus. Now, once you get through the screening, what's going to happen is, or I guess the biggest change you're going to see is to get through, you're going to have to be wearing a face covering. And of course, the face covering is going to have to cover your mouth, your nose, and it can't be one of the types. I've seen them recently with valves, because of course those aren't authorized because they can let out some of the viruses if somebody is infected. So that's I think the biggest changes is the screening and the face coverings to get inside the college.
Okay, perfect. Great. So maybe we can cover too just who is available or who is allowed to come on campus as well, because I think we've had some people wondering, can they come use the registrar's office on campus and things like that. So who should be coming to campus next week?
The only people that should be actually on site would be if you are attending a lab or a class. So if you're a student and you have a class on site scheduled, obviously you're going to come to that. For everything else, though, we ask that you, first of all, check the website to see if that service is available and how it is available, because we really are very limited in the services that we are offering. And we only want people who absolutely have to be here for on-site activities to be here at this time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so all of our student services are they're just online.
So if somebody does need to find that, if you go to our, if you need to access a student service, like the registrar's office, if you go to our COVID-19 page and click student services, then that'll take you here. There's more information about, student services and some commonly asked questions. But you can actually, if you hit this big tab, this big green tab, it'll actually show you how to contact all of our student services remotely. So it's listed alphabetically there, just to make it super easy for all campuses. So you don't need to go on campus to access something.
Yeah, and everything is still available. It's just online rather than in person.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, and then so I want to talk about parking as well, because I know that's come up recently with just some updates about that it's going to be free, but that there is something, or that our Barrie campus students and staff are going to need a free permit.
Yeah, I think you've summed it up pretty well there. It's free for all the different locations for the fall semester, which is great. If you are at the Barrie campus, you need to go online and still register for a pass. So you have to register your vehicle and it gives you a pass, but that is absolutely 100% free as well. And just something to note, just because parking's free doesn't mean that we won't still be ticketing violations. So you can't park on sidewalks or, those sorts of things. We will still be watching out for that. You just won't get a ticket for not paying. So that's good. But please register. Please register.
Yeah, and you can get more information. All of this, again, is on that one page, the bright orange tab across the top of our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. And you go to that what to expect on campus. There's more information here about parking, parking here. And then so there's like direct web page there, more information. So if you do want to read more information, that's where you can go. And then so we have a question here too from SJ Saman, who says they're staying in residence. When are food places open? Can I use them? So maybe that's a good jumping point into food services. What's going to be available this fall?
Okay, so at the Barrie campus, the last class and the first class will be open for takeout and delivery only from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. And I was actually there this morning just to check out how they're setting things up. And they actually have an app that you can download. And I'm sure they'll be communicating that more. And I'm sure it's actually probably already on the website. But with this app, you can actually pay and set up your delivery anywhere on campus. Now, something that I'm curious about now because of that question is, would they deliver to the residents? If we're talking about the residence that's right on kind of Georgian Barrie property, we'll have to, I don't want to answer for them. I think it's probably, it would make sense that they could actually do delivery or you can pick up using that app. So you pay online, you do everything online. You're basically just telling them where to meet you or if you're going to pick up. So that's for the Barrie campus. The other thing that will be offered at the Barrie campus eventually, there isn't a timetable just yet on this, but of course, through the culinary program, we have the Georgian dining room and Bun on the Run. So those will be available eventually. They just haven't set the timetable for that yet because that will be dependent on the academic schedules. Now for the other campuses, at Midland campus, Chartwells will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'm told that in Owen Sound, they will also be offering food through the culinary program. Again, the exact hours haven't been set yet because that will be dependent on the academic schedule. So stay tuned for a little bit more information on that.
Mm-hmm. And again, on that same page about what to expect this fall, there is a tab for food services as well. So if there are, updates like with, more specific hours or any changes, they will be listed here by campus.
Oh, it looks like I got it right too. Hooray. This is a quiz. There will be a quiz at the end. Awesome. Okay, great. And then so what about things like the library as well? Are there any updates with that you can share?
Well, for the latest, most up-to-date information, obviously check the library's website. But the last information I had this morning was that all services currently are online. However, you can book time with a computer at Barrie. It's going to be available at Owen Sound and also the Aurelia campus. But you have to book those appointments online and ahead of time. You can't just show up and expect to be able to use a computer. So those spaces are limited, but you can go online. I can see that you're showing everyone there. That's great. Also, they will be posting some information later on this week about how you can hold and pick up books. So it'll be great to have that service available as well. And the information online will explain as well exactly where that's available. I know it's going to be available in Barrie, and I'm fairly certain it will be at the other libraries. But again, check the library website to make sure later on this week.
Okay, perfect. And just to let everyone know, that site that I was at, the library site, is library.GeorgianCollege.ca. So that's where right on the homepage there, you can book a library computer. Under Get Help as well, they have frequently asked questions, and they've been really awesome at updating on there as well. So, if you need you have a one car, but you need library help or whatever it is, they've got lots of information on there for you. Cool. Well, I think we're going to leave it there for today. So thank you so much, Chris, for taking the time to join us today.
No problem. Hopefully
All right.
we'll see some people next week anyway, not everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Awesome. So thank you so much to Aisha and Chris for joining me today. I know we couldn't get through all the questions today. And sorry, I see another question as well about the library services. So do students now use library services who have their online classes? So library services are available to any and all students. So if you are taking your classes remotely, or if you have in-person components to your courses, you can access their services. So you can, any student can book a time or book a computer time to go into the library or access any of their services. They are all online. They're also on here at Georgian College Library. They're super fun and always super happy to help. So anyone's allowed to, it can reach out to them. That's no problem. They are happy to help. So thank you again to our wonderful guests for joining us today, and to everybody who took the time to connect with us and answer questions, send your comments. We are going to be posting this live chat to Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube following the chat. So you can check that out later today, or check it out later on whenever you get a minute. If you want to go over anything or share this with any family or friends. We are going to be back with a whole new schedule for our live chats on Thursdays on Instagram at 1 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. So please stay tuned for more details about that, and we'll be posting more information about the topics and what's coming up. So we know we couldn't get through all of your questions today. There's lots more information on our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. And in the meantime, just, please share this with your friends to help them out this coming fall. And we're so excited to see you all next week, whether that's in person or virtually. And we just hope that you're all staying safe wherever you are, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.